interrupt this transmission to bring you the following live broadcast.
It's Wednesday. It's 6 p.m. It's the ThinkSoJoE Show! You know, we got new people watching right now, and they're like, what the fuck is on? What's this guy
show?
on?
Yeah.
What is this guy on? And he's
High
screaming
on
like
life.
that at 6 o'clock in the afternoon on a Wednesday.
Yeah.
I'm high on the NHL playoffs. That's
Oh my God.
The Columbus Blue Jackets just went home. The Carolina Hurricanes, as much as I don't want them to go home, are on the verge of going home, and I don't want them to go home because that means Boston moves on. The Arizona Coyotes, they're fucked. When they play, their game just started actually not too long ago.
Yeah.
Let's see, it's already 2-0 Avalanche. It is just over 10 minutes into the game.
Well,
Coyotes are going home today,
that's,
hands down. Bruins are also leading right now, which means Carolina's probably going home. Philadelphia can beat Montreal today, which I don't want to happen.
okay.
And my St. Louis Blues are in the late game today, 10:30, playing against the Canucks. That series is tied at 2.
Oh.
So it was
Getting intense.
well, it was 2-0 Canucks, and then St. Louis in Game 3 was just like, hi, we're gonna, we're here, Stanley Cup champs. Remember us? We remember how to play hockey now. And so now the Blues are tied with the Canucks, and that series rolls on tonight. Laura says hi, Karina, and the other guy.
Oh, hey, Laura. I didn't expect to see you here.
She was here last week.
I know, I'm messing.
Well, yeah. Anyway. Yeah, so it's I was kind of hoping that Columbus game earlier would have gone into like quadruple overtime again,
Yeah, why?
because that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, you were pretty stoked about that.
Sitting here and I'm just, looking at, okay, what's the next time they have to get to move up in the list, and they got to 4th all time.
Yeah.
The other game that they just missed beating out on by like 2 minutes was from 2000.
Okay.
And then the other 2 games that would have been ahead of that they would have had to gone like 2 more periods were all from like the 1930s.
Oh.
So.
Were things much different in the 1930s in
Yes.
NHL?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. But
Shoes are off. It's serious now.
Shoes are off. I got a new chair, guys.
Yeah.
Excited.
I haven't sat in it yet.
No, you haven't.
Because I wouldn't get my ass out of bed when you finished building it.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm sorry, I was really comfortable.
That's fine. No, I got the new chair, and it's got the lower lumbar support there, and it's usually got a head pillow on it, but when I got the hat on backwards, it kind of bumps into it, so I kind of had to, but it leans back, and it's got like rest mode. It goes like way back.
Show them.
No.
Take your headphones off and show them.
No, because then I'm not speaking, and then we got dead air, so nobody, and the people listening.
Everybody is on YouTube and Facebook now. Nobody listens on all WNY.
I'll have to verify that with Scott, but
I think we should verify that with Scott.
Just in case.
Even my mom's on YouTube now.
Scott got a scooter injury. He's okay.
How bad?
I don't know, but
Like,
I think
what did he collide with?
I don't think he collided. I think he just fell.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't get full details. I just got, hey, did I tell you I got hurt on my scooter? No, you didn't. It's like, yeah, I got hurt on my scooter, but I'm okay. Oh. Hey, look what I got for my office. I got, Pac-Man with Dig Dug or whatever fucking game he was. I think it was Dig Dug that he was looking for.
Yeah.
So, yeah. We're all here for the voices, says Leland.
Hi, Leland.
And he usually
Hi,
tunes in
Jazzy.
from all WNY. See?
No
He just
shit.
happens to be on Facebook tonight and watching us live on Facebook.
I guess he wanted a video tonight.
We finally figured out the problem we've been having the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Where we've been scheduling shows, and then when we go to air the shows, it makes us put in all the information again and start a new link.
Yep.
Basically, and so I reached out to Streamlabs, who are the creators of our streaming software here. Mm-hmm. I said, hey guys, I'm having this problem. Can you guys tell me what I'm doing wrong? And they said, oh, well, when you go on the air, you have to hit advanced settings. And I'm like, what the fuck you mean advanced settings? Like, why should that not be an advanced setting? If you have a scheduled event, whatever, so I open up Open up the program. Sure enough, it's right there. I'm like, all right, sure. That's what we'll do. So we're actually on the right links this week.
Yeah.
Looks like the third period's just starting in that
Hi,
Carolina
Mom.
game. Oh, hi, Mom. Wonder if my mom's going to tune in. My mom sometimes pops in from the Facebook Live.
I know.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
So that's been my week. It's just
Hockey.
hockey and
Fucking hockey.
hockey and chairs and vinyl.
Yeah. Yeah.
And not even that much vinyl over the past week, honestly. Like,
No, it's been more hockey.
I at one point did have 10 that were on the way.
Mm-hmm.
They all got here within like 2 or 3 days.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, what do I do now? So I had to order like 5 more.
Right.
And none got here yet. I got 3 today. There's still 3 more left to come in, and then I just ordered a nice another Masked Intruder record, which I have like almost everything they've ever released on vinyl now.
That's really cool. You should tell Jasmine what Masked Intruder record you just ordered.
Oh, it was a Christmas record, Masked Intruder Christmas record. I don't know what it was called, like Under the Mistletoe or something like that.
I think that's actually not gonna suck.
No, I don't think it's gonna
Masked
suck.
Intruder's really
Masked
good.
Intruder's awesome. I love Masked Intruder. I've bought like every single vinyl I can find from them. I just got Love and Other Stories like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Which I found out, like, so the release I got was the second release. So there's 4 releases of this album now. So there's a first release that came out on like 4 or 5 different color vinyls.
Oh, okay.
And then there was this one that I got that's on the pink, the like dual pink splatter,
Yeah.
which was like a 1,500 copy release. And then the third one was on a different color. And then the fourth release, they had to change the album art
Oh.
because it's meant to look like a garbage Patch Kid or Garbage
Oh,
Pail Kid
yeah,
or whatever
yeah.
the Garbage Pail Kids. Is
Yes.
that right?
I think so.
So it's meant to look like that. And I guess like Garbage Pail Kids were like, guys, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And they're like,
I saw a picture of that cover. It looks really cool.
yeah. And they're like, okay, yeah. So they had to change like the Masked Intruder font and the font they used for the title of the album.
Yeah, that sucks.
So the rest of the cover is all the same. So I'm kind of like, maybe I should buy a copy of this latest version of this just so I have the alternate cover too. I don't know. I've been buying a lot of Masked Intruder.
If you have everything, you might as well have everything.
Yeah. I'm not starting with you. She told me to tell you what I bought.
Like this video, you're such a brat.
I didn't buy the album because it would make you mad. It's like I don't like my disdain for candy corn doesn't have anything to do with you either. It's just gross.
It's good in moderation.
No, it's not.
A
It's
handful
just,
here and there
no.
is okay.
No.
Or to decorate a cookie. I'm not saying to be like in a cookie like chocolate chips, but to like place on a cookie to make a jack-o'-lantern face.
No.
Yeah.
No. Mm-mm. Gross.
I'll eat yours.
Fine.
Thank you.
Okay, yes, you did bring it up purposely to her.
I did.
Anyway. But yeah, so I should have got the red chair to match my headphones.
Oh, why didn't you?
I didn't think about it.
Aw.
The matching of my headphones did not occur to me. I actually kind of wanted to downplay the like design on the chair, so I probably should have just gotten the flat black one, but
Was that an option too?
I think it was.
Oh my goodness.
But now that I'm looking at the camera and I'm looking at us on the screen here, it's like, man, I should have got the red one. It would have matched my headphones.
Yeah.
But yeah, this thing's comfortable. I can plug this thing in, and it's got the little vibrating massage lumbar thing here, and
Yeah.
it's really fancy.
That is super fancy.
Yeah. So, and hopefully it'll last me more than 4 months, like unlike my other chair, like the one that you're sitting in now.
Yeah.
It's
fine for me.
So when did I call? Like Friday? You think?
Sure.
So it was like Thursday or Friday. I ended up calling Staples because that's who I got the chairs from, and I'm like, hey, guys, listen, this chair that I bought from you guys 4 months ago, like, it don't look like a chair no more. And they're like, oh, well, what happened? Like, well, it leans to the left. And so they're like, oh, well, is it actually the plate, or is it the seat, or what is it? And I'm like, I think it's the seat. And they're like, okay, well, is everything else okay? I'm like, well, the back is almost like flat. And they're like, oh, we'll send you a new back and we'll send you a new seat. Perfect.
Which sounds like we'll send you a new chair.
You might as well just say, right, might as well send a new chair. But, you know, whatever. So now I got to go take the seat off and the back off and put the new ones on, which is basically just reassembling the entire chair.
At least you know how to do it. You've done it before.
I've done it a couple of times now. But yeah, so they're like, yeah, we'll ship it FedEx. Like, oh, fuck. So I get the email from FedEx. They're like, oh yeah, it'll be there Sunday. I'm like, Sunday? That's weird for FedEx.
Yeah.
Like, I never got a FedEx shipment on Sunday. I've gotten like USPS and like Amazon Direct shipping on Sundays, and only from Amazon, never from anybody else. So it's just like, okay, well, what do you like? Okay, it'll be here Sunday. Cool. But at the same time, I had already ordered this chair. I'm like, you know what? It's going to take me like 2 weeks to get this chair. Mm-hmm. Like, it said September 26th, or no, August 26th was the earliest I was getting this chair.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, okay, well, you know what? I'm going to shell out the money. I'm going to buy this chair. It's a gaming chair. It's meant to be sat in all fucking day.
Right.
Like, and I found out these are rated for like 3 hours to 5 hours a day.
You need a little more than that.
I'm like, this is a manager's chair? That's what you're calling it, a manager's chair? Managers don't sit in their offices for 8 fucking hours a day? like that's your rating is 3 to 5 hours? I'm like, fuck it. So this one's rated for like 400 pounds or 250 pounds, depending on which part of the Amazon page you believe.
Okay.
One says, the image says 250 pounds. The description says 400 pounds.
I don't know who to believe.
I don't weigh 250 pounds yet, so I think I'm okay. And obviously, being a gaming chair, it's meant to be sat in all day, and they've got it so the back reclines. So if you, like, they wouldn't advertise that you can, like, take a nap in this fucking thing if you couldn't sit in it all day. True. So I'm assuming this one is going to last me more than 4 months. Now, Sunday rolls around, and I'm like, okay, these parts of this chair are going to get here. I don't know if I'm going to put it together or not, because by that point, this had already shipped. Right. And I'm like, all right, well, cool. I'll, I can, I'll just put the new one together, and maybe later I'll put the other one together, but there's no sense putting them back together. And, Laura, if you don't know who I am, you need to leave, because my name is in the title of the fucking show.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyway, so
getting a little sassy.
Oh, I got a Mike Milbury rant coming up too. Don't worry about that. But anyway, but yeah, so I got the UPS thing, and they're like, oh, it'll be there Tuesday. I'm like, well, fuck, if this thing's getting here Sunday, what's the point of me putting it together? I don't really I was sitting in my old chair. Like, this will do fine for 2 more days after that.
It was so squeaky though.
Yeah, that's true. I would have liked to have the new chair for the podcast, because if I'm moving around in that other chair, it squeaks. Mm-hmm. So, the ego on this guy. Anyway, so Sunday rolls around, and I open up the FedEx app, and it says, it's in like Duluth, Georgia or some shit like that. I'm like, okay, that's not getting here today.
No.
And they're like, it's still saying, oh, it'll be there Sunday by the end of the day. I'm like, yeah, sure it will. Right. End of the day rolls around, which for them is like 8 o'clock. Mm-hmm. And they're like, pending delivery date, pending. Like, yeah, okay. And then the next day, it finally updated where it's like, oh, it's in Virginia. Like, it took you 3 fucking days to get from Georgia to Virginia? Wow. And then the next day was like, oh, it's in, some city in Pennsylvania. Like, okay.
Getting closer.
It's getting closer. And then finally it was like, oh, it's in this town which is near like Cortland or whatever, like out near, central New York. Like, okay. And then like 6 hours later, or maybe like a day later, it's like, okay, now we're in this other city that's still in central New York. Oh. It's like, what the fuck? It got here today. It was supposed to get here Sunday. It got here today. Someone's like, all right. I went out to get it, and I had like 3 vinyl and a water bottle that I ordered. And I'm like, all right, well, I guess I'm bringing all this shit in. And I just threw that like right in your office.
Yeah.
I'm like, which is where the chair is. So I'm like, all right, I'll use this eventually.
All right.
And it won't hurt to have another chair sitting around.
No.
Get a guest on the show or something when we're, more comfortable having people.
Yeah, we'll give them our
sitting
garbage
around
to
with
sit
us.
in.
Yeah. Anyway. But yeah. So, yeah, that's the saga of my chair. But this one got here yesterday, and I'm just like, yep, putting this together.
Yeah.
I sat in it. I hit the vibrating function. I'm like, yeah.
So you're sold on this chair?
Oh, yeah. I'm
regret
comfortable.
it?
No.
Good.
No, don't
Very
regret it
good.
at all. So, and they
That's
even.
why your chair leans to the left, because you're sitting like this.
And I only do that during the podcast, though. It's not like I'm sitting here like this while I'm watching TV or editing or what. I'm usually just kicked back like this. That's the reason that my other chair was, leaned back the way it was. But this one's meant to do that.
Yeah.
I can't do it right now. It's hooked. It's plugged in. Or it's like I got the plunger thing pushed in, so it won't move.
Plunger.
The little, this thing.
Lever.
Yeah, the lever.
Plunger. Plungers are for toilets.
Or pinball machines.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a plunger.
I talked to G today. Laura mentioned G. I talked to G. I told him I got a tragically hip record in the mail.
I really, don't tell high school, Karina. I really like the Tragically Hip.
I love the Tragically Hip, and I really regret that I didn't get, super into them when I was, when they were around before
Yeah.
Gord died. I was into them, but I wasn't, into them enough to be like, okay, I want to go see the Hip.
Yeah.
And so I never got to see them, and then Gord passed away a few years ago, and that was just like, okay, I guess I'm never going to see the Hip. I've seen Strictly Hip, Western New York's
Yeah,
Hip tribute
not too bad.
there. No, I really enjoyed them. Bruce Wojcik is in that band, so
Yes.
you know it's going to be good.
Of course.
I've seen them a bunch of times, a couple of times at Sabres games, actually.
Yeah.
But I went to, the first Sabres game after Gord Downey died, and they did... just this video package set to Courage, which is the first song on this on Fully Completely, the album I just got today. And they did this video package and just ended with thank you Gord,
Aw.
because Buffalo was a second home for the Hip, I think.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of Buffalonians will say that too, we accept the Hip as one of our own
Right.
because they're not far from here.
No.
But it's actually the first Hip album I've ever owned. I've never owned any of their singles or anything like no digital, no CD. And I'm sitting here a couple of weeks ago and I'm just thinking of the song Wheat Kings. I'm like, that would sound great on vinyl. And so I looked it up, but I think I already had 10 out at the time. So I'm like, I can't order this right now. So I finally, once I got some of those in, I ordered it. I'm like, okay, buying this right now. So I did my usual Instagram post.
Yeah.
And I posted on G's wall on Facebook. I said, hey, man, look what I got today. He's like, oh, yeah, depending on the day, that's my favorite Hip album. It's between that and this other one. I'm like, okay, great. Now I got to buy that other one.
Right.
But yeah, I got that and a couple of live albums today. I got AC/DC Live. And I got Nirvana Unplugged in New York.
See, that one I'm pretty happy about.
And, this may be an unpopular opinion, but the covers on that album are better than the Nirvana songs on that album.
I thought earlier you said the covers on that album are better than the originals.
But I can see why you misinterpreted what I meant. What I meant was it was better than the Nirvana songs that are on there.
Oh.
I
think they're all good.
I like all the covers better than all the Nirvana songs. Not saying that any of the Nirvana songs on there are bad.
No, the covers are pretty.
But I think the
fucking
covers
good.
are better. But me now compared to me 20 years ago is okay. I don't particularly like Nirvana that much. I like Nirvana, but I don't like them that much.
Yeah.
I own Bleach, and I don't think I've ever actually listened to it on vinyl.
Really?
Yeah.
We should listen to it.
I've listened to Nevermind, and obviously I just listened to Unplugged when I got it, but I don't think I've listened to Bleach since I got it. So.
Yeah.
Laura's wishing you a 3-week late happy birthday.
Oh, well, thank you, Laura.
I think the math checks out on that. That sounds about right.
That seems right.
It
Yeah.
is 3-0 Colorado at the end of the first.
Oh, my goodness.
Arizona's going home today.
Poor
They're leaving the
guys.
bubble. Speaking of leaving the bubble,
What?
Tuukka Rask, the goaltender of the Boston Bruins, left the bubble. He decided to leave.
Mm-hmm.
His official statement, or the official statement from the Bruins, he went home to be with his family. If you're in this bubble, and you're in this bubble to win the Stanley Cup, you're in there for 2 to 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That's a long time to be away from your family.
It is.
So you can't blame the guy for being like, look, I miss my wife, I miss my kids, I want to go home.
Yeah. And you don't know what's going on at home.
And that is just based on the original statement, and we'll get back to that in a second. Now, the day Tuukka Rask leaves to go home, be with his family, Mike Milbury, who, if you watched the show last week or listened last week, you know I went on a huge rant about him and how much of an asshole he is. He goes, oh, well, you know, I wouldn't have done that. Nobody else is doing that, so I don't know why he's doing that. Fuck you, Mike Milbury. You're a fucking asshat, and I don't know why NBC hasn't fired you yet when Don Cherry got fired for much less than that from CBC a couple of years ago. Not to say that Don Cherry wasn't an asshole anyway, but he wasn't a Mike Milbury level asshole where he's going to question why a guy wants to go home and be with his fucking family less than a week after saying, oh, well, these empty arenas look like the women's games. Fuck you, dude. Fuck you. And then it turned out, and I hope he feels like a total asshole, because it turned out that Tuukka Rask went home because his daughter was involved in some kind of accident.
Oh no, is she okay?
I think so. I didn't read the article. I saw the headline, so which, you know, is a bad thing to do. Don't do that. Don't just assume you know what's going on because of a headline. But seriously, like, you don't know why the guy went home. Maybe he misses his wife and kids, would rather be with them than play hockey, which is fine.
Yeah,
that's his option. That is his choice, and if he wants to do that, that's cool. It's not not like the Bruins are going to fall apart without him. They're actually playing better without him. Oh, quite honestly, and in fact, they're up 2-1 right now in their game against Carolina, which is an elimination game for the Hurricanes. And for Mike Milbury to be like, oh, well, you shouldn't have gone home. I wouldn't have gone home. Nobody fucking cares what you would have done.
Right.
Fucking asshole. I don't give a fuck. Seriously. Let the guy go home and be with his family. And now that you find out that this is, you know, there was an emergency at home that he wanted to go home and be with his family, the fuck's the next thing he's going to say? Oh, Vladimir Tarasenko shouldn't have left the bubble. Well, he's fucking injured. What do you want from him? Oh. He's not going to play. You want him to sit in the fucking bubble and sit in the hotel room, watch the teams play? Like, what the fuck? Let him go home, be with his family, and heal. Huh?
Is that what they expect him to do?
I don't know. I'm just saying, I think that's what Mike Milbury expects everybody to do, is sit in the fucking bubble for 2 months and be happy about it.
Wow.
Like, seriously, that is a long-ass time to be away from your family.
Right.
So, you know, that's, you know, like, these guys are humans. As superhuman as some of the things they do on the ice, and particularly Tuukka Rask as a goaltender. Mm-hmm. You know, he's a very talented goaltender. He's very good at his job. He makes some spectacular saves and some superhuman moves out on the ice, but he's still human. He still has a family. He still has feelings. So, like, for some idiot fucking sportscaster on NBC to say, oh, he shouldn't have gone home. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck you. Anyway.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes.
Yeah. So,
yes, I do, Laura. I do.
It's okay, though, because they're Metallica crosses.
Yes, they are. Anyway. Yeah. I finally got a copy, like a legit copy of Ride the Lightning over the past week.
Yeah?
I've had this, it's my old, the Metallica record I've owned the longest is my German pressing of the French pressing, German bootleg of the French pressing of Ride the Lightning.
Okay.
So I had to get, I finally, they were having a sale, and I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm actually going to buy a legit copy now.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, you're talking about wrestling over there in the comments there. I just bought a Triple H vinyl.
Yeah?
I did. It's all this Motorhead stuff. So It's like every
cool.
theme song he ever had, and like 3 of them were by Motorhead. So it's like, all right. Like any other wrestler, this would be just the fucking dumbest thing. But because it's Triple H, it's like, all right, yeah, I'm down.
Yeah.
Get some of that never before released on vinyl Lemmy. So, yes, there is actually the original pressing of Ride the Lightning. There was a printer error, so all the blues showed up green.
Okay.
So that's why I actually own this, is because I was like, oh, I want that green cover of Ride the Lightning.
Yeah.
And for the longest time, because I've owned that for so long, whenever I'd see like the actual like blue cover, I'm just like, that looks weird. And now it's like, okay, now I actually own it. And I was like kind of looking at them, comparing the pictures and everything. So it's just, it was a misprint. And that's why, it's sought after and going for like hundreds of dollars right now if you find an actual copy of it. So, yeah.
I dropped Snoopy.
I saw.
He's okay.
Good.
He's a little dusty.
Yeah.
You might need to dust in here, Joe.
Maybe. I don't know. I keep getting boxes every day.
I know.
Whether it's vinyl or whether it's chair parts or whether it's notebooks or water bottles.
Notebooks are cool.
Water bottles or, packaging to go out to ship Living Brain Dead merch in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got all kinds of.
You got a package of packaging.
I did.
That's fun.
It was a big ass roll. It's like this fucking like this big.
Oh,
it's in there.
Yeah.
I had to get a lot of shit out of here last night because I couldn't get to the door to do work.
I heard you moving shit around. I'm like, I could help him.
I'm like, I got to get this chair out of here. Well, so to get the chairs out, I have to get the stuff from behind the door out.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
So I have to move all that stuff and then move the chairs out. So that was kind of a, pain in the ass, but, and that's there because I'm too lazy to put it in the basement or anything.
What is?
The PA and the amp.
Oh, okay.
I'm not using them.
Will they fit in Madison's closet?
Maybe. Well, that's the thing, is I got to make room in there to put them in there.
I think that most of the room taken up in there is just an empty box.
Probably.
So
I think it's the computer box, and it's got like all the extra computer stuff in it.
we can condense that.
Probably.
We can do this.
Yeah.
We'll put our minds to it.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, so yeah, I did get a package of packaging. I just got a new Brita water bottle.
Yeah, because I lost your last one.
I left my last one at Stamps during the first Living Brain Dead show last year in August. So
yeah. It's been a year.
It's been a year, yeah. It's been a little over a year now since the first Living Brain Dead show. The second one, the anniversary's coming up, I think, like tomorrow or the next day or something. When we did that show at Electric Avenue, the Friendship show.
Oh, that was fun.
With Tina Panic Noise, yeah.
Yeah.
And and then I got these notebooks, and the paper in these notebooks is made of stone.
I wonder how they do that.
I don't know, but it's cool because like they're like waterproof basically.
Yeah.
You can spill shit on them and they're fine. So I was like, hey, I'm gonna buy a couple of those because I think Kevin needs one.
Yeah, that was good.
So I haven't told him I got it. If he's watching, he's finding out now.
Yep.
The package of packaging was well packaged, yes.
How was it packaged?
I mean, it was just in a box and it was surrounded by like brown paper, but it's not
adequate.
It's not like the NECA alien figure that my old drummer's girlfriend got in the mail that was only packaged like that.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, no, that shit should be in bubble wrap or something. Like that's ridiculous that got all banged up.
Yeah.
That's a collector's item.
Jake, what's going on, dude? Oh, he's one of my Lockport punk asses.
Okay.
Oh man.
All right. Well, we're getting some viewers here. They all want to hear some music, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's just about that time.
We got some good stuff coming up on the show today. It is just about that time.
Well, what do we have coming up first?
Well, these first couple of songs, they're live takes, which is not something we usually do here, but it was kind of like, oh, well, I'm down to play these artists, and this is what I found from them, so this is what we're going with.
Okay.
And we're gonna start with our boy Cam.
Cam.
Who performs? He's in the band Why can't I think of his band name?
Why can't I either? Of Night and Light.
Of Night and Light. Yes, that's
Sorry,
right.
Cam.
Yeah, brain farts. You know how those go. And but this is Poison in Prose, Cam's other project, his solo deal. And this song is called Winter Crossing on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
Frosted breath on weathered rug and heavy laden smiles. Icy brows and colder stares, so blinded with denial. Frigid face, so lost and laced with glaciated tears. Petrified and hardened by the snowfall of the years. Frozen feet trot slowly onward, breaking crosted earth. Every arctic step another deprecating word. Trembling fingers, aching lingers, frostbitten and dry. Tender touch, releasing such a hollow, empty cry.
Poison in Prose on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
He just has the voice of an angel.
We got Rob from Over and Out in the chat from Facebook.
What's up, Rob?
Rob used to be in a band called City Powered Radio, and for the longest time, I've told this story on the show before, but for the longest time, I thought, like, this dude showed up at my house for this party we threw, and I thought he came with the band Medicated Silence, but I found the flyer for this show, and Rob's old band, City Powered Radio, was on that show. And it turns out they brought this dude to my house. This dude, Death Weasel, who like crashed on my couch. And like just like before he went to bed, he was letting my friend Katie punch him in the face. Like,
wow.
Yeah.
God.
It was a crazy night. Crazy night.
To be in our 20s again.
But yeah, that's and I never even like made the connection until I found that flyer just a month or two ago. And just like, so you do know who I am, Laura. All right, I see. All right. See, she knows my name. And he's the beer can man. Yeah. He stayed because there was a keg. Well, he also was like, "Oh, these dudes are cool. I want to hang out with them." But mostly because there was a keg.
Right. You have to finish the keg.
I think
alcohol
he
abuse.
probably did. Yeah, there was a keg, and we were playing in my dining room and shit. So like, and I had no idea, and then I saw them on the flyer, so I messaged Ghetto Steve, who drummed in City Powered Radio and also drummed for Living Brain Dead for a while. I said, "Steve, dude, did you play a party at my house like in Niagara Falls like 10 years ago?" He's like, yeah, I remember that. So, just what a crazy small world we live in here, that
really
all these people kind of come back around, into your life, and you don't, like it's a whole different time and you don't remember, but it's like, wait, that was you guys? Okay.
Yeah.
And I bumped into the Death Weasel. He was friends with your cousin or something, right? Is that where I saw him at a City Powered Radio show?
My cousin's friends with Rob.
Right. So
it all comes around.
yeah. So there we go. That's yeah.
My cousin just had his gallbladder out.
I saw his pictures
yesterday, but he's doing okay. I've been chatting with him a little bit.
Saw his pictures of his stomach there.
They don't look bad.
No.
It looks like they knew what they were doing when they went in there.
There's Laura pretending to be Brian again.
Oh.
Anyway. Yeah.
But
so
it is time for the upcoming events.
it is, but we don't know that these are actually going to happen.
That is the thing. We can talk about the scheduled upcoming events, but we should first talk about the new regulations that are in place in New York State right now.
Okay, so now apparently the coronavirus guidelines were not clear before, and they needed to clarify. Apparently this was supposed to be like the rule. But everybody kind of looked at it like, oh, cool, we can open the bar. That means we can have live music.
Mm-hmm.
And so somebody texted me a picture, but I don't. Now I gotta look. But it's not Brian. It's my phone company trying to get me to add on an extra 15 gigabytes of mobile hotspot.
Don't do it.
I don't need it.
No.
I would not do
We
that.
have
Anyway.
Wi-Fi.
Yeah. Anyway. So where are my? Yeah, we've been asked that question before. Mine are back there somewhere.
Mine's right here.
Yeah.
I'm wearing it.
I have a similar one, but it's back there. Anyway, I have another mask somewhere. I don't know where I put it. I put it somewhere.
Yeah.
Anyway, but apparently these were actually the guidelines that were supposed to be followed, and that is that you can't do a live music event.
Mm-hmm.
Like as a live music event, you can't promote it. You can't charge for admissions. Mm-hmm. The music cannot be the main reason people are there.
Yeah.
So like my upcoming events, like this one that was supposed to be September 11th with Janie Crash at the Tall Man and Billy Draws 2 and
it was cursed
BD2.
before it was scheduled. Come on.
Well, obviously
This
because
whole thing happened because of that fucking show.
Sure, the coronavirus was a whole conspiracy to stop Janie Crash and BD2 from playing together. Because they never get to play together. Like, anytime they're booked together, they're cursed. You know, it was 3 years ago today that I first booked Yellow Sauce and Janie Crash on a show together.
Yeah.
With Arcadia and Wyatt Coyne.
Yeah.
And that was the John Stamos birthday bash at Stamps.
Happy birthday, John Stamos.
So happy birthday, John Stamos. I sent him a nice birthday wish on Twitter, and I shared a picture of the stage where we had a John Stamos poster on either side.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, this is the set for when you, when we threw a birthday party for you, but you didn't show, and we're kind of bummed about it. But anyway, so yeah, right now the regulation is you can have live music, but it can't be the reason people are there.
Right.
Basically. So you can't have a ticketed live music event.
You can't charge for the music.
And you can't advertise the music. So, like, are we breaking the law if we advertise these shows and
we're
say,
not
hey,
advertising, we're promoting.
but
that's different.
Sure. So I don't know. I mean, we've got shows.
Yeah, there's a couple things going on, or scheduled to go on. A lot of them are outdoor things, which I don't know. Like the Axton Smashed thing coming up, I believe, is an outdoors. Yeah, that's where you start right there.
Right. All right, let's click a couple of these. That's not actually a show, so that's actually fine. So let's talk about some of these. These are things that are scheduled to go on, and I don't know if we don't know for sure if they're going to go on or what the deal is.
Yeah, but we can tell you where they're going to be, so you can call and find out.
Sure. So this is Ann Philippone with John G. Brady at Jazz at Chandlerville. That is at Thin Man Brewery. Jazz at Chandlerville picks up its weekly performances with a special treat of two genuine Buffalo multi-genre artists and legends. Ann Filippone has been one of the area's most prolific jazz and blues pianists and vocalists for the last 3 decades. She's performed internationally, has been nominated for multiple awards in the region for jazz and blues piano vocals. Blah, 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 blah. The other guy, John Brady, inducted in the Buffalo Music Hall of Fame. These take a while, guys. But that's going on, supposedly, tomorrow at 6 p.m. at the Thin Man Brewery. I suppose you could call the brewery and say, hey, is your live event still going on tomorrow?
Or stay tuned to the Facebook event page, which is, up in public. So
Sure.
I'm sure any updates will be posted there.
Okay. The Racial Justice Teach-In, that's tomorrow at 6:30. It's a virtual event. Welcome to the Facebook page of our first annual Racial Justice Teach-In. This year our event will be virtual in response to the hundreds of interested participants and the global pandemic. We have a line of influential speakers of color who will teach us and inspire us with their words. The event is meant to be educational and to provide participants with an open platform to listen, understand, and ask questions. It'll be hosted Thursday, August 20th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. Until then, feel free to ask questions on their Google form. All questions are anonymous, and they will be answered by the speakers on the evening of the event.
That's a really good idea.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It's good that people can ask questions ahead of time.
Mm-hmm. Okay, again, we don't know for sure that this next event
Yeah.
is happening. You should maybe call the venue, reach out to the artist if you know the artist. Just find out for sure that these are going on. But Johnny Hart and the Mess make their debut at the Cave. This is Friday at 7 p.m. 2 full sets. Doors are at 7. Show starts at 8. Tables only available in groups of 2 or 4. No individual tickets. $10 per person, so tables are either 20 or 40 total.
So that's going to all be different according to
This is
the
going
new
to change.
stipulations.
This is going to change because they can't charge ticketing
Yeah.
for the events. Limited capacity. Grab your tickets before they're gone, if they even exist anymore. So again, call the Cave, call Johnny Hart and the Mess. I don't know. Call somebody.
Call the authorities.
And then we got this one. Cherry Hill Live Local Music Series, Friday at 7 p.m. at Cherry Hill Campground. That has Nathan Ellsworth, Emma Time, Big Logic.
Nope, that's different.
That's different dates. Gotcha.
So it's just Nathan.
Okay, Nathan Ellsworth this Friday at 7 until 10 p.m. at Cherry Hill Campground. No non-camping visitors allowed. So this would be allowed.
Okay.
Because that's not the primary focus is
And
the camping.
They're not charging for the music.
And they're not charging or really advertising the music.
Musicians are going to get paid with the new.
Well, that's where we're all kind of upset about this is if we're not able to bring in money to the bar, how are we getting paid?
Right, because they're not just going to pay you out of the good of their hearts.
Like, I'm telling you right now, this Green Jello show that we're supposed to be playing that's already been postponed twice, it's scheduled for next month, it's probably not happening.
Right.
At least not
under
September,
these
not September 25th. Because it's, one, it's montage, so where are they getting their food from?
Right. Right.
And like, obviously a Green Jello show, the draw is Green Jello.
Right. You're not going to sit down for a nice dinner and watch Green Jello.
Unless they're serving Green Jello.
Puppet show.
Unless they're serving Green Jello.
I'll help make it.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the deal is, but yeah. So Saturday, Axton Smashed 2020 sucks. Axton Smashed 4NDNA. I don't know. 4NDNA. I get it. 4.
Oh, I get it.
Wonderful Operanicon. Isaac Spaeth. I hope I didn't butcher his name too bad.
Yeah.
Join us as we distantly but socially gather to try and have a good time before we lose the entire year. We're going to be cooking up a few dogs, maybe some burgers, got some awesome local talent, going to stop in and sing songs to us. We'd love for you to stop by, bring a drink and a chair or whatever else you need, and come say hello. That is at 5180 South 9 Mile Road in Allegheny. I don't think that's going to be affected by the regulations.
I don't think so either.
Because that's not a bar, so that's just somebody's residence that they're doing a show at.
Yeah.
This one is Saturday at the Cave, Saturday at 7 p.m. It's a night of groove reggae with Vibe Supply, $10 per person, sold as a table of 2 or 4. Doors are 7, music at 8, and again, that's pending these regulations.
Right.
So I don't know.
Yeah, the page isn't updated for the new regulations.
Yeah, I don't know. So hopefully we'll, get some answers, and you can stay tuned to these Facebook pages, I'm sure. And this one also Saturday, this one at Painted Love Art and Wellness Studio.
I have no idea where on earth is that. Belmont Ave in Tonawanda.
Okay. It's an outdoor 40-minute drumming percussion workshop for anyone aged 5 and up, taught by professional percussionist Gary Rakowski. This will be a fun and educational experience for all. You can take this class with your child, register your child for this class, or sign up by yourself. If you're only registering your child, we ask that you stay to assist if your child is under 8. You may stay with your older child if you'd like, or feel free to browse and shop at our outdoor pop-up shop that will be happening from 9 a.m. until noon on the day of the class. So that won't be affected by the regulations, I don't think.
Hopefully.
I would imagine not. That's an instructional class and not a performance. This probably also won't be affected. I mean, South Buffalo Porch Fest kind of went virtual this year because of the pandemic, and I don't know if it's going to... Well, it says Porch Fest will be going on as scheduled this year. This is in Tonawanda, city of Tonawanda. Porch Fest will be going on as scheduled this year. We are hopeful that things will remain heading in the right direction and ask everyone who participates to follow COVID social distancing guidelines on the day of the event. And then there's no information on who's playing, but that's Saturday from 1 to 6 p.m. in Tonawanda, or I guess you go to cotporchfest.com and get more information.
Okay.
Monday, this won't be affected because this is a virtual performance. Tyler plays the virtual showcase. Tune into Jason Patrick's Facebook page around 9 p.m. on Monday for a live stream of the Monday Night Singer-Songwriter Showcase live from Nietzsche's. Heckle me and send me virtual tips. That's Tyler Westcott music. He's playing Monday, and you can watch that on the Patrick Jason Facebook page. And then this one is next week. This one is virtual, and this one is important to us. Not that the rest aren't important, but this one is near and dear to our hearts.
Of course.
Because this is the Yellow Sauce album release live stream. Yellow Sauce, The Ballad of Bob Paul 2020. Join us in celebrating the release of our rock opera album spectacular, The Ballad of Bob Paul, on a free live stream right here on Facebook. We'll be joined by our besties in XM Priory with Nick and Dan Unplugged, Moxie Cleveland Cabaret, Poison and Prose, Vincent Jones, and a special video performance of Couch Surf. You can reach out to the members of Yellow Sauce, particularly Leland and Ryan, because I only have 2 copies of this. One is mine and one is yours.
Yep.
To get a physical CD copy of The Ballad of Bob Paul, or you can stream or own it digitally on the 28th. And it's a fantastic album. I am all over it. So it's much better than the other 2. Because you get more of me.
Of course.
I don't get to play a cop in this one, though.
No.
But my omnipresent narration is really tying that album together. And, not to say that the band themselves didn't do fantastic work on this, along with, the nameless drummer. We're not allowed to say who he is, I guess. And, Doug White on the bass, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I thought it was a one-named person on the bass.
No, that's on the drums.
Oh.
The first name's in the liner notes, but you're not getting who it actually is. So.
Oh.
But yeah, that's but yeah, The Ballad of Bob Paul, it's out now. Well, not out now. It actually comes out a week, and it comes out 9 days from now, next Friday.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you want to get it early, you could maybe ask Leland and Ryan, and maybe if they're in a good mood, if they're feeling good,
if you approach them with a smile,
Leland will show up to your door wearing a Living Brain Dead T-shirt and hand you a CD. Maybe if he's feeling good, he did a whole PSA wearing that Living Brain Dead distressed T-shirt.
Yeah.
We've been, we got them in stock, guys. If you want them,
Good
buy
shirts. Good shirts.
livingbraindead.bandcamp.com. Pick them up.
Yeah.
Done by our good friends at Wooden Tees. But yeah, so Ballad of Bob Paul 2020. It's basically a retelling of the first album. Just we kind of got rid of some of the stuff that didn't really further the narration, much to the chagrin of many people. And but Doug White on bass, Matt on drums, Joe is delicious through and through. And so but we really kept the story the focus of this album, with a lot more narration to kind of tie it together and say, okay, this is what you just heard, and this is what's happening, and now this is, oh shit, look, here comes the space wizard, basically. So you can tune in on the 28th and see that live stream. That's going to be a fantastic live stream. I've had the privilege of seeing all of those acts except for Moxley Cleveland Cabaret.
Yes, I have gotten to see them, but not in their typical performance atmosphere. I got to see them when I worked with them at the Patchwork Theater when they did it was called The Choice of Valentines. It was a burlesque cabaret based on an erotic play or an erotic poem.
Mm-hmm.
And it was brilliant. Like it was brilliant. Like they need to do that again. Rosie.
Rosie's upset because she's not getting that September 11th show is probably not happening.
I know.
And I know Danielle commented on it since we've been on the air, so I haven't seen that yet.
Gotten to see.
I've been kind of keeping up on these hockey scores. Oh, I gotta post on growing a playoff beard. The Canes are gone.
Oh.
So let's do that. Growing a playoff beard. All right, I'm gonna. This is a live post on growing a playoff beard. Even without Rask, the Bruins have moved on to the second round. Hurricanes fans, it's time to shave. Post. There.
Oh.
Not my usual level of detail in those, but maybe during the song break I should get the Arizona one ready, because they're going home today too. Like that is it's 4-0. It's halfway through the game. It's 4-0 Colorado. Arizona, where the fuck did you go?
They're there.
No, apparently they're not. They're being outshot 24-13.
They're taking a nap.
I guess.
Did we get through all of our events?
Yes, we did. Yes, we did. But yeah, so we don't know that some of these events that are actually physically, where you go to the venue, we don't know that they're taking place.
Yeah, so you might want to stay tuned to Facebook, call the venue, get a hold of the bands if you know them.
It is a nice language. Thank you. you, Turtle, would be very appreciative. Actually, I need to check my phone and make sure that I'm not being outbid of what I'm this close to winning on eBay. Like literally like half an hour after the show, this auction ends.
Yeah.
And I'm super excited about it because it's something so that's one of my best friends in the chat there, Turtle. We went on a road trip together back in 2003. We drove from Niagara Falls to Seattle. And on the way, we stopped at like every fucking Burger King we could find, right?
Yeah.
And they had and it was at the tail end of this promotion they had where you could buy these talking Simpsons watches. And I don't know whatever happened to mine. Probably it might be in a box in the basement somewhere. I don't know. But I found all 4 of them. And I'm, part of me is like, how much am I willing to pay for these?
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I haven't set a high maximum bid. I'm just outbidding the guy who has the high bid. 5-0. 5-0 Colorado.
5-0.
Arizona is not at that game. I swear if we turn it on, it's just Colorado shooting at an empty net. like, did you ever see the South Park where the boys are and they end up playing the Colorado Avalanche?
Yeah.
That's what this is. The Coyotes got replaced by the kids from South Park. Anyway. But yeah, so I am trying my hardest to win these Simpsons, these talking Simpsons watches. Just the only one I remember is the one that goes, "Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No." So I'm like, I was watching a YouTube channel of this girl who collects toys, and she's showing off her toy room, and she's like, "Oh, look, I get these Jurassic Park watches." I'm like, "Watches?" And I'm like, I wonder if I could find those Simpsons watches. And sure enough, I went on eBay, and I'm like, "Oh, that's a reasonable price for all 4 of those." And then it's like, oh, that's not a buy it now price.
No.
Yeah. So it's like, all right, I guess I'm bidding. Yeah, right. You did, because we were driving, had a 6-day fucking drive, and are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. And we got there late. Like, we were supposed to get there Saturday. We got there Sunday morning. And we couldn't, I didn't have the voucher for the hotel, and we didn't have enough money to pay for the full price of the hotel.
Wow.
So we end up just like, what the fuck do we do? And he had to do homework, so we had to find an internet cafe, because that was before everybody had laptops. Gosh. So he had to find an internet cafe so he could finish his homework and deliver it on time.
Yeah.
And, so, it was just a crazy, crazy, crazy day.
Sounds fun.
But I mean, we were there for WrestleMania 19, and that was a lot of fun. So, no, we got there on time. You guys, that was the year before. Turtle and his buddy Diver, you guys got to Toronto late and didn't get there till the 3rd match. For 19, we were in our seats for Sunday Night Heat. So yeah, that was a crazy trip. And just and then we painted him up like the wrestler, the Hurricane. Mm-hmm. He used to wear face paint, and then he got a mask, but instead of buying the mask, because we had no fucking money left, my mom had to wire us money.
Oh my god!
And so we bought some poster paint and just painted his face like the Hurricane used to do.
Poster paint? That's so bad.
That's what they used at a carnival or something I went to once.
Really?
They were using, yeah.
Well, I guess it's water based.
Yeah. I think it was poster paint. I don't know. If I'm wrong, I'm sure he might correct me. But we painted him up like the Hurricane, and he's wearing this green mesh shirt over a Green Day shirt or something. Because that was the Hurricane wore a green superhero outfit, and so we had him all painted up like the Hurricane, and I had a Rey Mysterio mask on. So there's this picture that his ex-girlfriend called blackmail.jpg of him dressed as the Hurricane and me dressed as Rey Mysterio. And the guy behind us was holding a sign that said Hurriturtle. And we got our pictures taken by 1-800-CALL-ATT or something like that. And so you had to go on the website and download the picture or whatever. So yeah.
That's funny.
But yeah. But it's it was a crazy time. It was fun. We had a good time. Yeah, no, WrestleMania 18, I stayed in Toronto for a few days. I went to the Fan Access the day before. That's when I met Hulk Hogan.
Ooh.
And met Trish Stratus for the first time. I think she's seen the picture.
I think I have too.
Yeah. I think we've shared that around enough, I think.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that
I forgot one thing. Here comes a Simpsons reference, I'm sure. What did I forget? I want to know what I forgot. I don't know. I'm not digging through your whole thing, but the random strangers taking our picture when we parked. Yeah, that probably happened. Jake, thanks for listening, man. Yeah.
Bye, Jake. It was good to be in your presence.
I have that happen. I have that happen a lot though when I go play. Like my buddy Jay and I, when the ice bucket challenge, when that was a thing, we went down to the falls to do ours. And so we go down to the falls, and Madison was with us. She's shooting the video,
The things you make this kid do.
Oh, she was having a blast. So we go down and like there's all these tourists down there and we're just like making a big scene over we're gonna do this ice bucket challenge thing and we're naming our who we want to challenge and all this other stuff and so we dump the buckets over our heads and everybody, there's this whole crowd around us and then afterwards they're all, oh, can we get a picture with you? Like, yeah, okay, sure, we're not famous or nothing, but all right. yeah, I remember that. Oh man, we parked on this hill and so like you had to use the emergency brake, right? Because like these hills in Seattle are so steep. So we're parked on this hill. And then after WrestleMania, we couldn't find the fucking car. We knew what street we were on. But the problem was the streets kind of were like numbered on like weirdly. So it was like we knew what street we were on. We just couldn't find the street. So we're just walking around. It's starting to rain because it's Seattle, and we're just like, where the fuck did we park? We're walking around. We're right near like the bail bonds place and all. Yeah, it did take like 3 hours to find the car. It was ridiculous.
Oh my God.
And we, but like on the way there, we saw this place in Chicago that's tombstones made while you wait. So that was pretty cool. It was a fun trip. Like as bad as the drive sucked and as late as we got there, like it was a fun trip. And even like going through all our money twice, it wasn't a bad trip. And I'll tell more about that when we come back from break. But this is Tyler Westcott. I closed the event pages, so I don't know when his show is. I think it was it Saturday? Tyler plays the virtual showcase.
I don't know.
So Tyler is playing Monday at Nietzsche's. You can't go to Nietzsche's to see it. You have to live stream it on Patrick Jackson's Facebook page. But this is Tyler Westcott, and this song, I picked this song because I like the song title. It's called I'm Sorry, I'm Not More Sorry. On all WNY, ThinkSoJoE Show.
I'm sorry that I'm not more sorry. I'm sorry that I never apologized. But I think you owe me one too. It was too late when I realized. It was too late when I realized. These are difficult maneuvers. Tread carefully in these waters. All these backstabbing entrepreneurs, cutthroat plotters, cutthroat plotters. I'm sorry, I'm more sorry. I'm sorry, I never apologized. But I think you owe me one too. It was too late when I realized. Too late when I realized. Do you really believe? I know you can bear this burden. But you're stubborn as a tree full grown. The axe is falling, now it's hurting. But I'm sorry that I'm not more sorry. I'm sorry that I never apologized. But I think that you owe me one too.
was Tyler Westcott on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
That was delightful.
Yes, it was. It was enjoyable.
Yes. And you can check him out live streaming
Monday.
From Jackson. What's the dude's name?
Patrick Jackson.
Patrick Jackson.
I keep wanting to say Peter, because that's like the Lord of the Rings dude, isn't it? Peter Jackson?
Yeah, I think so. You
I don't know
can
nothing
catch it
about
from
that.
Patrick Jackson's Facebook around 9 on Monday for more of that good stuff.
I just realized, like, while we were on the song break, I realized that the Facebook post still says all the information from last week.
Oh, that sucks.
So you are watching, if you're on Facebook, this is episode 224 with music from Poison and Prose, Tyler Westcott, Axton Smashed, and Evening Slumber. So you've already heard 2 of those, and the other 2 are coming up. But yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was a crazy road trip though that we were talking about before the break. We went to WrestleMania 18 the year before, and it was fun, and we're just like, oh, we got to do this again.
Yeah.
And then WWE's like, oh yeah, tickets are going on sale for WrestleMania 19 in Seattle, and we're like, how the fuck are we getting to Seattle?
Details.
So he's like, all right, let's buy tickets, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And we rented a car. I was 21 years old at the time.
So you're just old enough?
No.
Or no, you have to be 25, don't you?
I think it's like 23.
Okay.
But I was not old enough to rent a car without extra fees per mile in the States.
Oh.
I was old enough to rent from, I think it was Hertz, maybe it was Budget, it was one of the 2. But I was old enough to rent without fees from the one in Canada. So we went over, so now to get to Seattle, the best way to get to Seattle is to go up over Lake Michigan through Canada.
Mm-hmm.
But because we had to go to Canada to get the car, come back to get our stuff.
Oh.
I'm like, I don't want to go through the border again. It's going to look fucking weird, right?
Right.
So I'm like, look, we're looking at MapQuest because that's how you got directions at the time. We're looking at MapQuest. And I'm just like, okay, it says to get on the 190 or get on the 90 in Chicago, but we could just get on the 90 here. Not thinking it's going to add so much time to go down around Lake Michigan and back up. So we literally took the 90 the whole way to Chicago.
Wow.
Got pulled over 4 times, so that didn't help us get there on time. I seriously came home with 4 speeding tickets.
Wow.
The one in Wyoming was ridiculous because the guy told me, oh, you were going this fast and your charge is going to be this much. I'm taking this cop at his word.
Uh-huh.
Bad idea. Because when I got home and looked at the ticket, it was for 10 miles more and like $50 more.
Nice.
And what the fuck am I going to do? Go to Wyoming to fight a fucking speeding ticket?
Yeah.
Like, okay, I guess I'm
Doesn't seem like
fucked.
it's worth it.
I guess I'm paying this money.
Yeah.
Because what the fuck else am I going to do? So, but yeah, it was a fun trip. And, we got to, see the country.
Yeah.
Drove through a sign in Buffalo, Montana.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, and but it was a fun trip, and we got to see a lot of the country, and that was actually why I got pulled over in Wyoming, is because I've never been out west. I'm looking at the Purple Mountains majesty and amber waves of grain and shit, that I've never seen before in my life. So I'm looking at this, I'm like, oh shit, that's beautiful. Like, oh shit, I better slow down. And as soon as I realized, like, oh, I better slow down, here comes the fucking cop, and we were just like a few miles from the border. We weren't far at all. We were like 3 minutes from being out of the fucking state. And this guy pulls me over, and we got pulled over again, I think in Montana on the way home.
Yeah.
Right. And this guy goes, oh, hey, you were going 20 miles over the speed limit. No, I wasn't. He says, yeah, the speed limit's like 35. You were going 55. It's like, no, the speed limit's 55. What are you talking about, dude? The last sign I saw said 55. He's, oh, you must not have seen the sign that said 35.
Oh.
No, apparently I didn't, because the last sign I remember seeing said 55. And he says, okay, well, I see you got the Canadian plates on your car. I see you're not from around here, so I'm just going to let you guys go. Just try and pay more attention to the signs.
Yeah.
So I almost came home with 5 speeding tickets.
Oh, my goodness.
But yeah, we got to, like Wisconsin or something, and we were out of money. So what happened was I had a paycheck. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know, it's drawn out of HSBC Bank, which we all know around here. That was what our fucking arena was named after at the time. So I'm like, all right, I got this check. It's drawn out of HSBC Bank. No problem. Let me, I'll just cash it when we need money.
Yeah.
We get to Chicago, or, it was Rockford, I think we were in, which is a little bit past Chicago. And I go to this gas station, and I'm like, hey, man, listen, I got this check I need to cash. Can you tell me where the nearest HSBC bank is? And he goes, what bank?
Oh, man.
It's HSBC Bank. By the way, keep in mind, their advertising slogan at this time was the world's local bank. What they don't tell you is that the world ends in Chicago. If you go west of Chicago, that's not the world anymore, because you can't find an HSBC bank at the time west of Chicago.
Yeah.
So I'm like, what? Okay, this sucks. Like, I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, we can't. So we're going everywhere trying to cash this check. We're going to, grocery stores and shit. And they're like, well, we would do it, but we don't know this bank, and we don't know this company, because it was like I worked for a hotel, but it was not a national chain hotel.
Yeah.
And also, all the hotels I've ever worked at, even if they are chains, is just, it's under the owner's name.
Yeah.
So it's, the owner's company or whatever.
Yeah.
Like I worked for Kang LLC or whatever for 15 years.
Yeah.
When I was working at Super 8. So, they don't know the name of this company, and they don't know this bank. So they're like, we can't help you. We would do it, but we don't know any of this.
Yeah.
We can't verify any of this information. So we get to like Wisconsin, and we pull into a Kmart, and I call my mom, and I'm like, Ma, like, is there any chance you could wire us some money? Like, we can't get anybody to cash this check for us, so we need some money. And my mom's like, yeah, okay, I'll see what I can do. So she does it. She's like, what state are you guys going to be in tomorrow? Like, okay, we're going to be in like South Dakota. And my mom's like, oh, well, okay, I'm going to wire this because I can go by state or to directly where you're at. So I'm going to go by state. I'll say you're going to be in South Dakota. Okay, so my mom wired us money to South Dakota. And we go to South Dakota. We're in Rapid City, which is like near Mount Rushmore, which we didn't see Mount Rushmore. I'm still a little bit upset about that, but we didn't have time.
Yeah.
We need to get where we were going, and on the way back, we needed to get back. We also stopped in the same city on the way back because of the service we got on the way there. The first place we went to, we're like, look, man, we need a Western Union. And the guy's like, well, we got Speed Pay or whatever the, competitor to Western Union is. He says, you need Western Union, you got to go over to Safeway right around the corner here. Here's directions. Here's how you get there. You just go there, and they got a Western Union place there, so you go there. So we go there, and the lady working there is like, okay, yeah, do you guys need anything else? And she signed us up for like a Safeway card and like sold us Pepsi once we got our money from our a couple of 6-packs of Pepsi because we were running low. And so we got the Western Union money and immediately started spending it. And everybody was so nice in Rapid City, like while we were there. So we made a point to stop on the way back. And it was, we got, because I wanted to fill out like a customer comment card and say, this lady deserves a fucking raise or a promotion or some shit.
Yeah.
So we got there, and I couldn't remember the lady's name, but thankfully, she was the one that helped us with the comment card. So like, all right, cool. I can write down, and to this day, I don't know this lady's name. Because it was not like a common name.
Yeah.
But I wrote this comment card. I said, man, she deserves a raise or a promotion or something because she was super helpful. We're from out of town. We don't know nothing. We've never used Western Union before. She hooked us up with a sale on Pepsi, and she got us a Safeway card, and she got us our money from Western Union. So we made a point to actually go back and make sure that she got some recognition off of her being super helpful. But we just did not have time to like go out of our way to find Mount Rushmore and see Mount Rushmore. So to this day, I still haven't seen Mount Rushmore in person. I'd like to.
Yeah. When
I'm able to, obviously not now. But I would eventually like to. But yeah, that was, something. And then by time, so finally we came to the realization that the arena, where the Supersonics played for the NBA was the Key Arena. And this is before KeyBank owned like every fucking arena in the country. So we're like, obviously, if they have a key arena, they should have a key bank.
Mm-hmm.
So called Key Bank, called the corporate number. I got it from my mom. I'm like, hey, listen, I got this paycheck that's drawn in New York. I'm on my way to Seattle. The bank that we use does not exist west of Chicago, and I need to cash this paycheck. What can I do? Can I come into a branch when we get into Seattle? And they're like, oh, yeah, that'll be fine. What are you guys coming here to Seattle for? Like, wait, you're in Seattle? That's their fucking headquarters is in Seattle. So they told us the location. The location's actually in Kent, Washington, if you can believe that. And so we went to WrestleMania. We had a good time, and then we went and parked in a dentist office parking lot.
Oh God!
And crashed for the night, like just slept for the night.
Oh.
In this dentist office parking lot, like a block away from the Key Bank or whatever. And then we got up and we went to the Key Bank, and we're like, okay, I need to cash this check. They told me you guys could do it. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure. We just need 2 forms of ID. Like, all right, here's my driver's license and my social security card. Oh, no, you can't use a social security card. Like, oh, okay, what can I use? They're like, well, do you have a credit card? So I hand her my bank card. It's got a MasterCard logo on it. That's a credit card. You could use it as a credit card. Oh, no, we can't use that. It's got to be like an actual like major credit card. Like, okay, so like I need to cash this check. We need to get home to New York. What can I do? Oh, you can maybe open an account. Go over to that window over there. So we go over to that window over there, and I say, hey, the lady over there told me, I could come over here and open an account. And she's like, oh, yeah, that'll be fine. I just need 2 forms of ID. You gotta be kidding me, right? So we're like, all right, well, I guess I don't have 2 forms of ID, and if I do have another form of ID, it's 3,000 miles away.
Right.
So, thanks. So we finally made it like a last-ditch effort, and we went to this check cashing place in Kent.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go to this place, and the girl's, oh, I don't know. She asked the manager, and the manager's like, look, get a copy of his ID, cash the check, and if it bounces, what are the odds it's going to bounce? And if it does, we'll fucking find you.
Right.
Like, all right, cool.
Sounds good.
I mean, obviously he didn't say it like that, but he was willing to take a chance on us and let us actually cash this fucking paycheck.
Yeah.
Like, what am I doing? Forging a fucking paycheck? I'm 3,000 miles away from home. I just want to go home.
Right.
Like, come on. So finally, this guy was nice enough in fucking Kent, Washington, at a little fucking hole in the wall paycheck cashing place to let us fucking cash this check drawn in New York at a bank that they never heard of out west. So finally, they gave us money, and we were out of money when we got home.
Oh my goodness.
So we went through what I had in the bank, what my mom sent me, and that paycheck throughout the course of this trip.
So it wasn't very well planned.
No, it was not very well planned at all. But
you got there.
I was 21, he was 22. We were just like, let's go.
Yeah.
And that was the kind of people we were back then. Let's just go.
Yeah, I used to be like that too,
So, I mean, I'm still kind of like that to a point. You know what I mean? Like, somebody's like, hey, you want to go on this? Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
But there's also consideration of, okay, is it safe? I need to make sure Karina's okay with me doing it. I mean, I don't have to, but I'm sure you appreciate that
I do appreciate it.
That
it's not like I tell you no.
Check with you. No, you don't.
Often.
You don't.
I'm sure I have.
Yeah. But, I mean, when Revolver first opened, you're like, yeah, you can take the bus and go to Revolver. And then I convinced Brian to go.
Yeah, thank goodness.
I'm still trying to convince Brian to go back because, like, I'm just like, I want to dig through the bins, man. Like, yeah, I can get anything I want on Discogs, but I want to dig through the bins and see what I can find instead of just like, okay, this is what I want.
Yeah.
I want to go and be like, I didn't know I wanted this, but I want this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's how I ended up with like a bunch of Huey Lewis records and shit. Because like, I didn't know I wanted this, but I want this. I'm going to buy this. So, but yeah, that's, the crazy WrestleMania 19 road trip story. And then Brock Lesnar almost killed himself in the ring, and that was fun. So,
What?
So there's this wrestling move. It's called a shooting star press.
Oh.
Okay, you go up to the top rope, and you're facing out towards the audience.
Uh-huh.
And you do a how the fuck does this go? Trying to think. I think it is no. The backflip's a moonsault. I'm trying to think what the fucking shooting star press is. But anyway, so whatever it was, it's a flip off the fucking top rope onto the other guy.
Okay.
I think it's like a double rotation or something. I can't think of what it is off the top of my head. But he's trying to hit this on Kurt Angle and he misses, and just his head hits Kurt, so his neck goes.
Oh God.
And we went to this show thinking, okay, this is Kurt Angle's last match.
Yeah.
Because Kurt Angle famously won a gold medal with a broken freaking neck.
Right.
And then went to WWE and hurt his neck some more. And so we thought, okay, you know, he's got to get surgery. He's done. He ain't coming back. Mm-hmm. This is his last match. We're never going to see him again. This is our last chance. And then Brock does that. So we're like, well, we thought we were coming for Kurt's last match, but we're coming for Brock's last match too, apparently.
Yeah.
Both of them were back within 6 months. Stone Cold Steve Austin has never wrestled again since that night.
Oh. So
we got to see the end of the career of the greatest of all time, arguably speaking. So, you know, we at least got that going for us. So we wanted, of course, to go. We had gone to 18, we've gone to 19. Now we want to go to 20. And 20 is in New York City. So it's like, oh, that's going to be way better than trying to go to Seattle.
Yeah.
Except 20 was in Madison Square Garden, which holds distinctively less people than the Skydome or Safeco Field. So, you know, we were online waiting to get in to get the pre-sale tickets the day before they went on sale. And we were online waiting to get in the day they went on sale, and we could not get tickets.
Aww.
And this was before like StubHub and, you know, SeatGeek and all that stuff. So we could not get tickets. So we were just so bummed because it's like, man, we saw WrestleMania in Seattle last year. We can't go to fucking New York and see it.
Yeah, that's nuts.
And so, you know, that stopped our streak. And I've been to like 2 more since then, but that was, you know, it wasn't with Turtles, so it wasn't the same.
Aww.
You know. But yeah, I could have gone to. I was trying to go to the one in Dallas a couple of years ago, and my buddy David runs a wrestling promotion down there, IHWE Wrestling. Iconic Heroes of Wrestling Excellence, I think, is the latest thing that name stands for. But anyway, so I was invited down. Like, okay, man, if you're coming for WrestleMania, bring a suit. You're going to be on my broadcast team.
Neat.
Cool. All right. I am planning to be there, so I will make sure to bring a suit. And then I just was broke and couldn't go. So,
yeah.
Which, I mean, now wouldn't be a problem. Mm-hmm. But now you can't go to things.
Right.
And that's probably why I have money, because I can't go to things.
Right.
So, you know, we got, you know, now they're doing the Thunderdome.
Yeah.
Which is just a whole arena full of LED lights that are going to be like a virtual crowd where you can sign up and you can be in the crowd on the WWE shows.
That's kind of cool.
And I missed out. They actually opened up registration for Friday night's SmackDown this last night. And it was just like, the only thing I ever saw about it was go now and register. Mm-hmm. But I saw it like an hour after they posted it. Oh. After everybody else was already talking about how it was, they were already out of spaces. So it's like, damn, I guess I'm not getting in on this. I got to pay more attention, I guess, to WWE's social media. I guess now they're going to email me when the registrations open up or whatever, so I might be able to get in for SummerSlam. I don't know. But I also don't know if I want to sit there for 3 fucking hours, because you actually have to be there watching the show in front of the camera and not doing anything else. Yeah. So it's like, if
you have to pee, I'll sit in front of the camera for you.
You're not allowed to have people that aren't authorized on the stream with you. So it's literally, you have to sit there and watch the fucking show. And if you have to pee, you can go pee. But if you're gone,
allowed to pee.
You're allowed to pee. But if you're gone for a long enough period of time, they can replace you on the screen.
I'll tell you what. I'll bring you a pitcher, an empty pitcher. And you can just pee in that.
I just don't know if I want to sit here and do nothing but watch wrestling for 3 hours. I can watch wrestling for 3 hours. I just don't know if I want to sit here and only watch wrestling for I can't go play NBA Jam. I can't. I mean, and and you're on audio, so I can't like throw on a vinyl or nothing.
Right.
I can't watch hockey while I'm doing this unless I mute the hockey game.
Yeah.
So it's like, no, this is stupid. Like I don't know if I want to do this. I think it's a cool concept, and I'd like to at least see what it's all about.
Right.
But at the same time, I don't want to do it because I can't do anything else. Jasmine says you should tell me no more often.
Maybe I'll try that.
Like I'll listen.
You'll do what I tell you to do.
I tell her to not let me do things, and then she lets me do things. That's how this works.
It's because I love you so darn much.
Like, Karina, don't let me buy vinyl, and then the next 3 days I buy vinyl. Every day.
You're a grown-ass man.
Yeah, but if I ask you to stop me from doing something, I would, it's for my own good. If I'm telling you to not let me do something.
Okay, I'll be more strict.
So I have a rule now, and I'm not allowed to have more than 10 vinyl on the way.
Okay.
So right now I got, I think, 3. And then there's like 3 pre-orders, but those don't count because they're not actually on the way.
Okay.
So right now I got that Triple H vinyl, and I got the Teenage Bottle Rocket vinyls.
Oh, I'm excited about those.
I'm excited about those too. And then, well, I guess I got 4 because I just ordered that Masked Intruder too.
I'm excited about that too.
I sat here the other night once I got that Love and Other Crimes or whatever the fuck that album's called, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm gonna start with this 2011 demo EP. I'm gonna listen to that. I'm gonna listen to Masked Intruder, MI2, Love and Other Crimes, Masked Intruder 3. Like, I'm just gonna listen to the whole thing in order.
Yeah.
And now once I get this Christmas album, I'm gonna have to do that again.
Are we gonna sit down no matter what time of year it is?
Yes.
And listen to the Christmas album?
Can
we call Jasmine? Can we Snapchat Jasmine when we do this?
I'm sure she'll appreciate that.
Jasmine, guess what?
I did not yet buy the Real Big Fish Christmas album.
It's a really good one, though.
I know it is. I haven't bought it yet. I was like, it's not Christmas time. I shouldn't buy this right now. I should wait. And then I ended up buying like Ska Acoustic and the Candy Coated Fury album. So, which are both great albums. So, I was happy with that purchase.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, the guy I got the Teenage Bottle Rocket albums coming from is the guy I bought the Motorhead record from that came last week and sent me this neat little drawing here. So I wonder if he's going to send me another drawing.
I know. I was wondering the same thing.
We'll find out in a day or two when those get here. So I'm excited about that. We were just listening to, I got that vinyl.org subscription. She said, don't betray me like this, Mom.
I am on 2 teams. Actually, that's a lie. That's a lie. I'm on team number me. So.
Anyway. Yeah, we were just listening to the selections this month for vinyl.org.
Yes.
And kind of trying to decide if I want to, if I want to get one of those or have them pick for me.
Yeah.
And the ones we listened to, I liked a couple of them. Mm-hmm. And then the third one was kind of like, this is too garage rock for me.
Yeah.
Like too modern sounding. I like the other stuff. Like you didn't like the one with the.
I didn't like that second one.
The band was called Black Bra.
Yeah, I didn't like them so much.
I liked them, but I think if they got heavier than what they were doing, I would like them more.
Yeah.
But I also liked Neck Deep, which was the first one we listened to.
I liked that.
So, I don't know. I mean, I might go with one of those. I might just be like, guys, surprise me.
Yeah.
And but the thing is, when I said, guys, surprise me last month, they sent me one of the 3 that were available that month anyway.
Yeah.
Which was not bad. You heard a little of it, that indie rock stuff.
Not my cup of tea, but it didn't suck.
No, it's not something that I'm just going to be like, hey, you know what, I want to listen to. But it's something that, like, if it came up on Discogs random, I'm like, yeah, you know what, I do feel like listening to that right now.
Yeah.
So, that's not bad. I almost bought that one Lady Gaga album, and I can't remember what it's called, but I'm pretty sure I asked about it because it was going for like $6. Mm-hmm. And like the fan base hates it if it's going for that low.
Yeah.
Which is why I got that Green Day album for $6.
Yep.
Which turns out to be like the best Green Day album since American Idiot. But I was like, should I buy this album? And I'm pretty sure Jasmine told me, no, that's the one that sucks. So that's a thing.
Oh.
Yeah, I almost bought it because it was like $6. I'm like, well, shit, that's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
But if if a Lady Gaga fan is telling me it's not good, then I'm gonna take their word for it. Even though, people who like Green Day are like, oh man, this album sucks. Like, no, this album is actually pretty fucking good. I was not expecting much going into it, and maybe that's why I think it was good, is because I was expecting it to really suck.
Right.
But then I listened to it, and I'm like, oh, okay, I could get into this. This is pretty good.
Yeah.
It's a half hour long, so it keeps my attention, All right, Axton Smashed are doing a show, what was it, Saturday or something?
Saturday, I think.
Yeah, I don't know. We closed all the stuff.
Why did we do this?
Because 6-0 Colorado right now, by the way. And
Okay.
Arizona's definitely going home. Anyway, but this is Axton Smashed, and this is another song I picked because I like the song title. And it's Another Beer, Another Shot, More Pot by Axton Smashed on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show. Axton Smashed on all WNY ThinkSoJoE Show.
Good shit.
We got their namesakes up on the shelf up there, Axton Smash.
They're way up there, right?
They're way up there, yeah.
Okay, I can't see them.
That are named after the greatest tag team in all of the history of pro wrestling, Demolition.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I appreciate them even more for that, but they're also an awesome punk rock band, so.
Yeah, super fun.
Yeah. 6-0 Colorado right now in that game. So, Phoenix, Arizona, they're going home. They used to be the Phoenix Coyotes. Now they're the Arizona Coyotes. But either way, they're going back there.
Oh.
They're leaving the bubble in about 20 minutes. So.
That's too bad for them.
Yeah, well, I mean, Colorado looks scary good right now. And I wouldn't be surprised if they actually go on to win the whole thing.
Yeah.
And I hate to say that when the Blues are still in it. So, they might be next for St. Louis if St. Louis can get past Vancouver. But that's yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So I got the notification less than 2 hours until those Simpsons watches end on eBay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm excited. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
Just hoping we get these Simpsons watches just for the sheer memories.
What are you going to do with them?
I don't know. Probably display them somewhere or something.
Yeah.
I guess one of them needs a new battery.
We can deal with that.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure I might even have batteries for that. So
Yeah.
because my Sega Saturn needed a new battery, so I ordered a shit ton of fucking battery, like the flat batteries.
Yeah.
but then I needed them for something else, and they didn't work in that other things. I don't. So I probably have. I might have batteries
Where
for
on
a
earth
Simpsons
do you think
watch.
they are?
The batteries probably on the shelf.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, probably right next to.
Everything is on this.
No, I
shelf.
mean that shelf.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that shelf.
Yeah.
Probably on the bottom shelf there, where my Sega Saturn is probably hiding out.
That
So,
makes sense.
yeah.
That's logic.
Yeah. I need a TV in here so I can hook up some video games.
Why the? You have 3 computer screens and an arcade game.
I'm saying to hook up some video games in here, like my old Sega Saturn, my old NES, so I could go downstairs.
Do you ever
and grab
want to come out of this room and spend time with me?
I come out of here and spend time with
When
you.
I'm sleeping.
You're always sleeping. Okay, to our listeners listening on all WNY, we did not go off the air for 5 seconds there. She's just giving me dirty looks now.
He deserves them.
Snowball came back here yesterday while you were sleeping.
I know. I heard him.
He,
I heard you talking to him.
He just ran in here, and like he usually comes right in here and just hangs out with me while I'm listening to vinyl or whatever.
Yeah.
And so I was, but my door was closed. I was already getting ready for bed. So I'm like, Snowball, you want to come sit with me while I brush my teeth? And he just runs right in the bedroom. Doesn't think twice about the girls. He just runs right in there. Like, okay, he's getting brave.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I put my moisturizer on because I got.
He has a face care routine now.
I do. And look how good my face looks now.
It's great.
Yeah, no, I my face is all smooth and like no bumps or anything right here, no dry skin right in here.
Yeah, it looks great.
Thank you, Dollar Shave Club. But anyway, so I did my skincare stuff, and then I put the toothpaste on, and I go to stick the toothbrush in my mouth, and I'm telling Alexa to set a timer for 2 minutes, and I see Snowball running towards the door, towards the hallway door. So I'm like sitting there, I get the words out to get the timer going, so I'm sitting there brushing my teeth. Toothbrush hanging out of my mouth, trying to open the door for the cat who's sitting there. Meow, meow, meow. Like, okay, I'm letting you out. Like, thanks for visiting. I'll see you tomorrow. So,
Yeah, Snowball's been very brave coming back here.
He's.
But today he was chicken shit. He was afraid of our little squirrel.
Yeah.
And she's not gonna do anything except for like say, "Hey, new friend."
Not sponsored. Anyway.
If we were sponsored by anything, it would be Pepsi.
For sure. But yes, but no, I mean, if I'm using a product and I appreciate the product, like this chair made by Blue Whale, yes, they did provide me with a computer mouse too. Came free in the box. Anyway.
Mouse pad.
Mouse pad, yes. That's what I meant.
That's kind of a nice mouse pad.
That's a big ass mouse pad.
It's full screen size.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so but no, if I'm using a product and I'm enjoying it, I don't mind giving them a shout out. So Dollar Shave Club, they sent me an email and they're like, "Oh, take care of your balls."
Yeah, how's the ball spray going?
I would much rather have the anti-monkey butt stuff.
The powder?
The powder. I'd rather have that.
I love that powder.
So I probably should buy more of that, but I don't really go anywhere to need it. But I used the ball spray and I walked up to the post office, and by the time I got to the post office, I'm like, this stuff's not as good as the anti-monkey butt.
Yeah.
But I get this email from Dollar Shave Club. Oh, hey, take care of your balls. And I'm like, what the fuck? So I click on this email, and it's like, we have ball spray now, and what it's meant to prevent chafing or whatever.
It's like a deodorant, antiperspirant kind of.
Well,
deal.
it's like if your legs rub together.
Yeah.
And you get chafing.
Yeah.
Yeah, ball spray. Exactly.
That happens to girls when they wear skirts. Their
Sure.
thighs rub together.
Yeah.
But we just put some deodorant
Okay.
on our thighs,
Well,
and it's smoother.
So I kind of, my legs rub together or my balls rub against my legs or whatever. And so it's like, okay, all right, I'm kind of sold on this stuff. Let me because I would prefer a spray, but that powder
Right.
works better.
Right. A
Seems
spray
to work
is
better.
more contained, it seems.
So I'm like, all right, and I'm not going to get it all over the bathroom
Yeah.
like I was doing with the powder. So I'm like, all right, let me get this ball spray. And it's like, well, if you add something else, you get like 5% off. And I'm like, well, what the fuck else do I need? So I'm going through and I saw they have daily moisturizer. And I'm like, well, you know, my face gets like really fucking dry skin and shit. So
Yeah.
I need this. This should I get this? You were sitting here with me while I was doing this.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, you think I should buy this stuff? And you're like, yeah, why not? Sure, get it. So I got it, and the first night I got it, I put it on. I'm like, hey, this isn't so bad. It's got like a really strong smell to it.
It's not a bad smell though.
But I used it, and I'm like, okay. And then the next day I looked at my face. I'm like, that's not. My face looks better.
Yeah.
So I've been doing it every night. Every night I have a routine. You know, as soon as I'm done with work, I tell Google to shut down the studio, and so it turns off all my lights, turns off my AC, and it actually tells me, "Good night, Joe. Brush your teeth." And so I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go brush my teeth, but first I'm gonna put on my moisturizer.
There you go.
So I've been taking care of my face and my teeth. So
Good for you.
I'm improving myself. Because I've been terrible about both of those things, taking care of my skin and my teeth. So, so now I'm, actually brushing my teeth every night and putting on. Hey, the Coyotes scored. Maybe they don't want to go home yet, but they ain't coming back.
They're not coming.
They ain't coming back. There's 13:09 left, and it's 6-1. Anyway,
They just figured out where the net is.
I guess so. They're like, okay, you guys are gonna win, but we're not going home empty-handed.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's been my my routine every night. And so Snowball was, I thought he was going to sit in the bathroom while I did that last night, but instead he came in here. No, I spray my balls before, if I'm going out, after I take a shower, and then you spray it. And then it's supposed to keep your legs from, like, chafing up.
Yeah.
And it doesn't, it works, kind of.
Powder's better.
The powder's better, I think. Maybe I just didn't spray it far enough down my legs. I don't know.
Possibly. Give it another try.
That's not a reference to size or anything. That's just like where my legs are rubbing together. But yeah, I mean, I recommend the anti-monkey butt for if you're and I never had this problem when I was younger. It's just like once I got older and my metabolism started going, I started getting this gut, that's when it all started. So it's like, all right, and that's the next thing I need to work on is actually like doing my exercise routine that I'm paying for.
This motherfucker, right? This motherfucker, how long has it been? All month?
Yeah.
All month he has been signed up for DDP yoga. And he has done it one day.
There's the real Brian. He's here just in time to hear about my balls. Anyway. Yeah, no, I've done it once since I subscribed, and I've at least paid for this at least twice now. But it's been hot.
I worked out for an hour and 8 minutes today.
I know,
and I did an hour and 7 minutes yesterday.
I'm like sensitive to heat.
I have multiple sclerosis.
I know.
I'm sensitive to heat.
I am. Well, and now I got a new water bottle. Okay. So now I got a new water bottle. I got an excuse. It's an excuse to use my new water bottle.
All right. So
next thing I need to get is a heart rate monitor, and then we're good.
Are you not going to exercise until you get a heart rate
monitor?
No.
I will get back into the routine shortly.
When?
I don't know, tomorrow.
Really?
Yeah, Thursday's supposed to be a day off, but I'll start tomorrow.
Okay.
I'll just adjust. We'll do Thursday, Saturday, and Monday instead of Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
That sounds kind of confusing.
I'll figure it out.
Can you keep it straight?
Yeah, sure.
Sure. Okay.
I miss having the subscription to the app, but it costs more than just the subscription that I have to the to the channel on Roku or whatever, or like the .com or whatever. And because like the app, if you didn't do your routine and it got to the end of where your routine that you signed up for was, it's got Diamond Dallas Page in 8-bit form coming up like the Duck Hunt dog laughing at you.
Oh my God. How funny.
Yeah. But yeah, and like I'm friends on Facebook with Diamond Dallas Page, so one of these days he's just gonna like fly over here and hit me with a diamond cutter and be like, "Fucker, do your shit."
Yeah.
Yeah.
How pink would you be tickled
if Diamond
Dallas Page showed up and did wrestling moves on you?
So I've actually been threatened by wrestlers to have their finishing moves done on me, notably Doink the Clown. But yeah, no, I don't know. I take a diamond cutter.
What is a diamond cutter?
Do you know what an RKO is?
No, but I hear the words a lot.
Okay, so an RKO is basically it's a diamond cutter, but it's done by Randy Orton.
Okay.
So that is, well, you know what the stunner is.
I do that to you.
You do that to me.
I do that to you.
So instead of like sitting down,
yeah,
you kick your legs out and go forward. So you're like, boom, and you're driving their face into the ground while you're also hitting the ground. But
ouch.
Yeah, it's basically it's the same thing as Randy Orton's finishing move, the RKO.
Oh, okay.
So, but yeah. I have once had Doink the Clown before he passed away. He threatened to hit me with the whoopee cushion.
What is the whoopee
Which was his
cushion?
finishing move, which is you're standing up and he's on the top rope and he dives and he like sits on your chest basically.
Okay.
Like flying from the top rope.
Was he a heavy man?
No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay.
He was a smaller guy, but Matt Bourne, the original Doink the Clown, did once threatened me with a whoopee cushion. So, and unfortunately, and I think maybe had I gotten to Dallas, that might have been able to happen.
Yeah.
Actually, no, probably not. I think he passed away before that, but he actually had passed away like shortly after we interviewed him.
Oh.
And so we were all kind of upset about that. Me and my buddy David down in Dallas, and we got a bunch of Texas wrestlers and stuff on the show, and we did a little tribute to Matt Bourne, which I'm still friends with one of the wrestlers on Facebook, and he's always posting about religious bullshit and Trump supporter or whatever.
Nice.
So I'm like, why am I still following this guy? Damn you, Black Bart. Anyway. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's happened a few times. Laura can verify if she's still around. She's probably heard all those interviews where I'm threatened or made fun of by wrestlers. So.
Yeah.
I was at a show one time with Brian actually, and we're sitting front row, and this guy's wrestling, and he gets knocked out of the ring, and he's standing right next to me, and I go, "Hey man, you were on my podcast once." He's like, "Man, it must have been a really shitty podcast." It was Davey Vega or something. I don't know, but yeah. Anyway. Yeah, crazy stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I do need to get back into working out and trying to lose this, especially because this chair is only rated for like 250 pounds. So
Right.
if I gain another 45 pounds, I'm fucked. I can't sit down.
You'll have to hover over your chair.
I guess. Yeah. Totally recommend this chair, though. Check out Blue Whale. Find them on Amazon. It's all one word, Blue Whale. Racing chair or some shit. I don't know.
It's a racing chair.
It's
You're
a
gonna race
racing style chair.
You're gonna race people who have similar chairs.
Yes, I am.
Where are you gonna race to and from?
I need to get a Switch so I can race them in Mario Kart. 'Cause that's what the chair's for sitting on your ass playing video games. It's a gaming chair.
Yeah. Does it have speakers in it?
No.
It's not that kind of gaming chair.
No.
It was one of the last times I got to hang out with one of my buddies before, like, we moved away from college. My roommate had a gaming chair. It was one of those little ones
That sit on the floor.
Sit on the floor and
Yeah.
you rock, and it's got the speakers right here.
Right.
And so we were both audio students, so we were like, I wonder what that looks like on the inside. So we took Kelsey's chair apart and like figured out how it worked and like made it work with the innards on the outside, and then we put it all back together, and like I told Kelsey about it like a decade later, and she's like, "Are you fucking serious? You took apart my gaming chair?"
Yeah, there are no. The only electronics in this is just the vibrating mechanism in the pillow back here.
Cool.
And that's got to be plugged in. So like I unplugged it so we're not rolling over it with our chairs.
Yeah.
But usually,
is it in a good spot? Does it get you?
So the plug is right here. And it's adjustable too, so I can move it up and down if I need to. So
Okay.
it's very convenient. And then there's the headrest too.
Yeah.
Which is nice for watching.
You're
kick
not
it.
coming to bed tonight, are you?
I came to bed last night.
Oh, we had the chair.
Yeah, I put the chair together last night.
Oh.
I worked, and I was in bed by 3:00. Well,
You
actually,
were- you were
it
in
was like
bed
3:30.
fairly- It was a reasonable hour for you.
It was earlier than normal because I got into work and I'm just like, you know, I finished watching hockey at like 1:30 and I'm like, okay, what do I got left to do? And I looked and I'm like, that's it? Okay. Early night.
Yeah.
Which means tonight's not going to be an early night.
Right.
I can almost guarantee that. Usually if I have a easy night, the next night is like, ah, fuck.
When I got up to pee and possibly get chocolate, I'm not sure if I made it to the chocolate. And you said that you were just getting to work, and I was like, what time is it? And you said it was like 1:30.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, he's never coming to bed.
To be fair, I've been starting work at like 1:30 the entire duration of the NHL playoffs so
I
far.
did not realize that, but it makes sense.
And if I have a lot of work, I will try to do like all the short jobs in between periods and just leave all the bigger jobs for later.
Okay.
And I've been making sure to leave myself like, okay, the next job's not due for like a day and 4 hours. So now I can watch hockey and then do this job. So I've been making sure that I'm making all my deadlines.
Yeah.
And like I did a job that's been sitting in my email for like 4 days. I did that last night. And I, you know, messaged the guy. I'm like, man, I'm so sorry I took this long to do this. I've been swamped, man. And he's like, oh, no, don't worry about it. I'm just sitting here. You know, I sent you a script out of nowhere. I'm like, no, dude, like I try to get you these scripts like as soon as you send them almost, or at least that night. So I feel bad that I left you hanging for 4 days. Like, no, don't worry about it. Like, oh, okay, cool. He paid me right away. I'm like, all right. It was a short job.
Yeah.
You know, I made $13.50 off of it because it's a 15 and I give him the 10% off. So that's
Yeah.
$1.50. So yeah.
There you
But
go.
it was a short job, but it was about like the Leviathan cross.
Oh,
So okay, yeah, I can do a thing about you know, a satanic symbol.
yeah.
I'm down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is that going to be...
I just gave a thumbs up down here, and I need to point out that that is in fact my thumb. This is where my arms rest, and it's like down here. I could go lower. I can adjust my arms on this chair.
You should adjust your arms so that you don't
So that I'm not
tilt.
leaning. So that I'm not leaning on it.
Yeah.
You think? Okay. I mean, as soon as like the show's over and I'm watching NXT and hockey, I'm kicking back
Take
in
it
that.
back, right?
You know, the watching angle, which is like 130 degrees or something like that back.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I so far so good with this chair. I've had it for about 24 hours now. So actually, I think I was putting it together while I was watching Impact Wrestling yesterday. Or did I have it already together by the time that was on? I don't know. I'm watching Impact Wrestling yesterday, and their announcer, Josh Matthews, he has me blocked on Twitter. and the reason being is I have often been known to say that when he does his commentary, he sounds like a little kid playing with his toy wrestlers and doing the announcing for the toy wrestlers. And I still feel that way, but I can deal with it. Because I've been watching the show. The show's not been bad. So I can deal with him. And his wife is doing commentary with him, and she's just making fun of him the whole fucking time. So I'm watching this show last night, right? And they're like, oh, you know, coming up next, we've got a rematch from our last pay-per-view, Slammiversary, and you know, the North lost the tag team titles at Slammiversary. None of this is true. Slammiversary was 3 fucking weeks ago. And that match didn't happen at the pay-per-view. It happened the following Tuesday on television. So this guy's an idiot. And since I couldn't tweet to him to tell him how much of an idiot he is, I tweeted to Impact Wrestling, like, why do you let this guy go on your fucking TV show? Just like I've been tagging NBC in all those Mike Milbury posts on Twitter.
Yeah.
Like why? NBC, do something about this guy. Yeah. But yeah. So, you know, as much as it's like, okay, you know, if this happened 6 months ago, maybe I can forgive you for saying that this happened at an event that it didn't happen at.
Mm-hmm.
But this happened 3 weeks ago. I can still remember the build-up to the 2 separate matches these teams had. Like, come on, dude, get your shit together.
Oh.
Oh, You better hurry up and turn that off. That's copyrighted music there.
Ow.
I don't know where her phone is, so I'm going to mute her microphone for now. Because, one, she's going to bang her head on the thing, and two, we can't have Lucy and Linus playing on the show, or Linus and Lucy, whatever. Where is your phone?
I really don't know.
I don't know. So, if we get dinged for copyright, we know why.
All right.
Okay, anyway.
I'm better now.
Yeah.
I love that song.
I know you do, but, YouTube might not be so happy about it being in our broadcast, so.
You couldn't even hear it.
Well, and maybe they could. Maybe they couldn't. Jasmine says flagging. Just because I said candy corn is trash. It's fucking gross.
It's pretty good.
It is gross.
I could go for some.
I don't even know how long this last song is, so I should probably check that before we... Oh, okay, we got maybe a minute here.
Okay.
A little less. We got about 20 seconds, so anything you want to say?
Well, this next song that we're going to be playing is by... it's a side project.
It is. This is Leland from Yellow Sauce's side project, and this artist, the band, is called Evening Slumber, and this is the first release from them, I think. It's called Echoes, Our Last Goodbye, and here it is on All WNY, Think So Joe Show, and we'll see you next week.
Place your hands into the river, watch the sand roll away. How will it change today? Save yourself. Are you a giver or a thief, my love? When did your heart decay? Another toss, another turn. With each decision, we divide our path, pulling my heart in half. I'm not equipped to let you win when you're a liar or behind my back. It's time to face the facts now. So let me show you how. To love is not so difficult. To lose takes everything you have. I hope I never have to find myself back there again. We build ourselves so much to fall and start again where we began. I want to break the cycle, be yours in the end. So let down your guard, baby. It's too much to bear. So let down your guard, steady now. You're not playing fair. Here I call out your name, echoes of the sky. Let's be honest, you don't care at all if we live or die. But I'm not running out of hope, not yet at least. I hope you know I wouldn't leave as if I had anywhere else to go. When will you come home, baby? I'm waiting for you. Please find your way home safely now. Don't leave me until here I call out your name, echoes of the sky. Let's be honest, you don't care at all if we live or die.
Discovery's 4 computers now have primary control of critical vehicle functions.
I'm so confused now that you're gone, still learning how to carry on without your smile or the healing embrace of your hands. To love it's not so difficult, to lose takes everything you have. So here I am a fool for your love in the